What's good, guys? Popo here, and what I really want to go over today is how artists need room to rap over or sing over or whatever it is. And what I want to show you in this video is how to take just your drums without any melody and be able to space them out instead of having an 8-bar, drum sequence, which is fine, but to be able to take that and expand upon it to make a whole song out of it this way, it gives a feel. And it's really easy, and that's kind of what I did in this whole introduction song. I just kind of went in and muted out different drum parts and synth parts, but my discussion here is sometimes you need a little bit of room. Me personally, I do background music, so I need all those little fill-ins. I need all those little bitty to really texture. I really need to get into. If I see a piece of carpet on the TV, I need to be able to make a sound that sounds like that. So I need a lot of texture. I need a lot of sounds. But whenever you're doing like hip hop and stuff like that, the artist really doesn't care what the melody is right now. He just wants to shine. He wants his voice to shine out throughout the whole beat. So that being said, let's just drop this whole beat. I'm gonna get right into it. We're just gonna load up a stock kit. We go to a new project here. I'm not even gonna save this, and yeah, I'm not even gonna add a melody into it. And for anybody saying like, oh, you can't trademark or copyright a beat, you can fight that. You know how? You know why? Because, and I'll explain why. Is because whenever you're making a beat, you're gonna hit empty project, and then hit browse. Now hang on a second. You can have the same rhythm as somebody else, right? You can play the same keys as somebody else, but as long as you're not copying their playing and doing everything, it's like if you can play it yourself and all that, you earn the right to that. And it's about pressure sensitivity. It's not just left, right, up, and down. We're more into that kind of stuff right now. So don't be scared to just drop one of these beats and say, hey, I make drum beats, because people are looking for stuff that I'm about to show you right now. So anyway, I just hit browse, new project. I'm going to use the first kit just to make it easy, okay? And I'm going to use Chill Trap Kit number 2. Chill Trap Kit number 2. I'm going to hit OK. This is my OK button. It's loading that. I'm going to zoom into the screen here and we'll get busy. Alright guys, so we got here sequence 1, track 1, program 1, brand new project. We loaded up the acoustic kit and we loaded up the chill trap kit. So for the first drum program, I'm going to use the jog wheel, scroll over, loads up my acoustic kit. Okay, I'm just going to lay down 8 bars real quick, watch. Record, I'm going to hit my metronome so I can. Alright, cool, so here we go. I'm going to start this one off with 2 bars, right? Just because I don't want to have to play my kick drum 8 bars over when I can just copy it over, okay? It's just a fast workflow. Check it out. 2 bars. You can hit record. That's it. Now for this one I'm going to go, because I want it in the same 2 bars. So now that'll loop. Now, I really don't want anything else to loop in 2 bars, right? So I'm going to copy this 2, 4, 6, 8. So 3 times. Double length. 4. If I do it one more time, it'll make it an 8 bar. Okay, it's just a fast way to not have to mess with the step editor or anything like that and have to adjust your notes. It's just a nice fast way, especially if you don't like to quantize your drums. So now for the rest of the drums, here we go. I'm going to hit no repeat, pressure sensitivity here, and it makes a lot of, it's cool, watch. And all I'm doing, I'm just adding drums to all these pads, and then we're going to explode these. I know I want this one. I'll just hold down note, repeat. Kind of helps me be in time. And I know what you guys are thinking. This is already too messy for somebody to rap over. It's already muddy, and I get it. But we're gonna fill up all these drums, and then we're only gonna let 3 or 4 play per sequence. And I'm gonna make 8 bars 8 times, so it's gonna be a 64 bar sequence, nothing but drum changes, drum fills, and ready for an artist. Watch. Again, I could have done this at 4 bars and been done already, but I might have like a little fill in, just do it all in 8 bars. It's either way. So I got all these. What's this? There we go. As long as it's in time, you're good. You can literally lay on all these and there's not a bad note. Remember, there's no bad beat. Want to let go of the note repeat, add these hi-hats in, or these crash. Almost done. Back to the note repeat, get a little fill. That's it. Copy this. So that's our whole drum track, alright? No, it's not. If I go to track 2 right now, it's empty, so I'm gonna put my chill trap kit. And the reason I like my chill trap kit is because on pad 6, on pad 5, you get a real nice 808. So right now, and there are ways to get these drums off of these pads, and then you can purge them to where it's only this drum, but right now I'm not going to get into that. So if I go to track 3, it says unused. So I'm going to go back to track 1, because I only got 1 drum on the chill trap kit. I'm going to hit the pencil here to explode my drums. It mutes out track 1, so we'll never unmute track 1 because that was the main drum track. What it did, it made the kick track 3, this drum pad 4, this drum pad 5, pad 6, pad 7. It's just one behind. You know what I'm saying? All the way up to 16. See, it's one behind. 17. This is 16. So that being said, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna hit stop, and what we got that whole thing, and yeah, it sounds super big and super messy, and that's the hype of the whole song. So all I'm gonna do now is just copy the sequence, and of course, if you know my workflow, this is 9 out of 10 my go-to. So you copy to 2, copy to 3, copy to 4. How many different variations do you want? Well, let's say we want a 3-minute song, or we want to be able to play 3 minutes worth of guitar, or add 3 minutes of just constant change audio tracks. This is how you do it. Now we got 8 sequences. See that? And you know what? They're all the same. And that's fine, because what we're going to do is hit this track mute button right up here. Track mute. It's right underneath C. Okay, so we got bank A. Those are all your drums. Remember, we're never going to unmute track 2, track 1, because that's all these drums. This is going to be muted. Now, track 2 is the Chill Trap 808, and then it starts with the regular pattern, program 1 of the acoustic kit. So what I'm going to do for sequence 1, I don't want every single drum coming out of the gate, you know what I'm saying? I don't want my artist to say, his intro with all the drums blocking his voice. So sequence 1's going to be like that. Sequence 2, let's just say it's like this. Sequence 3, we're going to go over here and take this out because we want to be equal here. Take those out. And this is just going to change up. Let's put some love into sequence 4, okay? We'll let the 808 from the Chill Trap kit play with some hi-hats. Okay? Number 5, and it's easier if you go back to each track and name each track like it has right here. It's just a faster workflow. But back in the track mute, underneath C, we're in sequence 5, sequence 6, sequence 5, sequence 6, sequence 7, did you guys see that? What did I do wrong? I unmuted track 1, so now all the drums, so none of the muted parts are going to matter because they're all going to play. We got to mute track 1 on all these sequences, or it's pointless. Okay, you see how they're changing? Sequence 3 is different now. Sequence 4, it's the same sequence, just playing in different order. Not all the drums are ever going to ride. The artist is never going to be drowned out. So what we're going to do is hit Shift Song, this button, and then Song. We're going to insert those sequences. Insert sequence 1, 2. I don't know if this is going to work. It looked like it goofed up. But usually in the how to make a song tutorial, it's the same workflow. It's just with no freaking drums. Now let's hit play and listen to see if it changes up. Again, thank you guys for watching. Here comes the change up. Not saying that this is what you would want to rap over or anything like that, but I'm just showing you the breakdown on how to sequence out an 8-bar beat. We'll go through the rest of these beats and then I'm going to hit it. Came out alright, actually. And this is without mastering, without hitting at the channel mixer to find out what effects are already on these drums, because there are effects on them. And if anybody would like this drum program that I just made, just email me and I'll send it to you. And yeah, you can mess with it, rap over it, send it back. I'll play it on here, do something with it. Or if you have a distro kid, you can just do the 50-50 thing or whatnot. But I just think it's cool. We get the idea, right? It sequenced all of them. Now, how do you get that to become one sequence? Because it's still 8 sequences. All you do is go to your last sequence. Okay, go to the sequence 8. You can't do it from sequence 2. It's only going to convert sequence 1 and 2 together. You want to convert all your sequences together. You highlight the last sequence and hit convert to 9. And you do it. And that's it. Clear, insert, go up here and make sure that this says sequence. It goes to sequence 1 for some reason, but sequence 1, 64 bars. What do? Export however you want. You can export it as a wave, and that's exactly what I'm going to. I might as well just save it as separate programs. Yeah, I'm not even going to save it. But I will save my work, because I might want to edit that later. So I'm going to save as, and just label it drums. Never save to your internal. Save. And there was a button there that said save as template. If you like those drums and want to start up with all those drums or any of your last performance, you just hit that button and it'll save it. This way, whenever you go and hit new project, I did not hit save as template, but it gives you the option user template. I have a different user template, and it would take me at least 5 minutes to load up every single thing. So once you have your setup, that your drums that you want, because you're most likely going to use those in the next 5 or 10 songs, save it as a template. This way, whenever you load it up, it's ready to roll. Right on, guys. Again, I appreciate you for watching. The beginning of the video with the whole drum thing with 2 bars, that kind of helped me out a little bit, finding different vibe for music, and that's kind of what I'm going to go over in my next video. But other than that, leave a little bit of room for the artist. They do, like, they want to shine. They don't want the who made that instrumental. No, they want to hear who's rapping on the beat. All right, I'm Poli Popo. I'll talk to you guys later.